So let's say you're on Repl.it and you want to create your own website now. So Moxie has finished watching the tutorials. He's followed along with the tutorial code that's been provided. He's clicked run to see the effect, that sort of thing. And he's ready to move on and create his own website now for, say, like the Choose Your Own Adventure project. To do that, in Repl.it, he should click this new REPL button in the upper right corner. It should be pretty apparent in most places on Repl.it. And the first thing it's going to ask you here is what language you want your new REPL to be in. REPL, in this case, just refers to a project on the website called Repl.it. It's not really a common programming term. But when you're working on Repl.it, that's what it refers to. And so we can choose any of these languages. At some point, you're going to be making some Python REPLs. You may use Java sometime or Node.js. Look at all these language options. You'd want to select the HTML one. So I'm going to just start typing HTML, and notice that it gives me this option. This is the one you want, HTML, CSS, JS. At the time of this recording, that's the only option that includes HTML. When you do this, it's certainly possible there'll be other flavors of HTML that are available. Please select the one that says HTML, CSS, JS, so I'll select that. And then it gives you a default name over here. You can keep that name if you want, or change it to something else. I'm going to change this to Moxie Portfolio. And then I'll create REPL. Give it a second to do its thing, and I'll turn off these little pop-ups. And notice that with an HTML REPL, it automatically populates. It automatically gives you 3 files over here in the file browser: an index.html with some code already populated here. Doesn't do anything. This is a lot of that boilerplate page structure code that we looked at in one of those tutorial videos. And then there's a script.js file in case you want to write some JavaScript, a style.css file in case you've already learned or want to add some CSS. That's one way to do it. So this is all given to you now, and it's inside your REPL. I would suggest often the simplest way to get started with HTML would be to delete all of this code that's already provided to you in the index.html so you can get started writing your own code from scratch. Or you could copy paste code from existing HTML that you've already written or that's been provided to you by me as part of this class. You can copy paste that into here and use that as a starting point. And then unless you plan on writing JavaScript and CSS, I would just go ahead and delete these 2 spare files over here so that they're not cluttering up your file tree or providing any suggestion that maybe you should be doing JavaScript and CSS. So if you're not going to do those, I would just remove those and then close the file browser to give yourself a little more space. There you go. Now you're ready to go, typing your own website here, portfolio, and then you can run, and you're off to the races.